What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. 180 in the building. Y'all already know what time it is. 180 Show, 180life.com. We are on the air. I done already got my phone in my hand because I got to make sure that all y'all is getting this stream because I got a show for you. When I tell you I got a show, it's a show like no other. Yeah. Y'all already know I'm on the live. I'm going to hit that share button. Do the same thing that you should do. Go over to 180 Life. Hit them stars, and guess what? I got a prize for the person that sends the most stars. I'm going to let you know in the middle of this broadcast, if you're on the 180 Life page, which I'm going to go to 180 Life right now. Hold on. Let me tell people I'm on the live. I'm going to go to 180life.com. Go to our Facebook page. Go ahead and shoot them stars. Let us know that you love us. If you shoot some stars over this, letting me know that you love us. We've been working hard to make sure we get you good content. Make sure that we're doing things right, staying out the way. So listen, that's how we know that you love us. So I got my friends. I done went and made some new friends. My friends going to be your friends, and we going to be friends together. I brought my friends with me. I got Mr. Dewey Fisher with the Cigar Room Show. He is here in the building. I'm going to hit that share button. Look, y'all, I already got my coffee. Already got my phone. Let me hit that share button to 3 people, and then I'm going to bring them on up, let them know who he is. He going to let you know, all right? Listen, shoot them hearts, everybody. Mr. Dewey Fisher, what's up, bro? What's going on? What's going on?
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you. So, wait, I got to make sure I have my notes together, and my iPad died. Detroit, Michigan, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all, listen, 180 Life is going to a whole new city, whole new state. We in Detroit, Michigan. Michigan, the Cigar Room Show. What's up, bro? Let us know who you are, where you from, and what it's all about.
My name is Dewey Fisher. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I am honored to be on this show. I'm host of the Cigar Room Show. It's a podcast. I'm an author now with Men Heal 2 book, co-collaborator. And I'm also directing and writing currently short films. And I'll be a owner of a film production company called TCRS Film Production.
Okay. Oh, you a little bit everywhere. Okay, so I know the book just dropped. I'm excited about that, excited to talk about that. But let's start from the beginning. So the Cigar Room Show started during the pandemic. And tell us how that happened.
So I had a podcast before that I was with a couple of my other friends about 3 years ago. And it was called the Wise Guys Podcast. And we had came to a halt with the show, and then the pandemic happened. And I enjoy cigars. And during the time of the pandemic, cigar bars, cigar lounges, and places here had shut down. And so I wanted a place to smoke my cigars. I don't smoke in the house. It's just the stench and everything. I don't want it around my kids, around my family. So I built my cigar room. I changed the area of my house into a cigar room. And my wife said, you should continue that idea you had about 1.5 years ago about a show it was originally Cigars, Cognac, and Conversations.
Okay.
And she said, you should come up with a show around that and talk about some of the things you talk about with me and other people that, reach out to you and make a show out of it. So I wasn't sure what to call the show at first. So I just called it the Cigar Room, where my actual cigar room was. And it had the Cigar Room Show, and I kicked it off with a friend of mine. And after that, people started checking for it, and it grew and grew, and now it took on like a life of its own. And I started having people reach out to me and supporting the show, and I can't thank them enough. And it's just keep growing and going, and I got new opportunities from it.
Man, with the new opportunities, y'all already know I had to bring them on the cover of 180 Life Culture Magazine. Y'all know I'm excited because, and this is just a side note, everybody thought it was a women's magazine. So I had to, somebody emailed like, man, you got a women's magazine, And I'm like, nah, I'm here for entrepreneurs, for bosses. So I had to hit my boy Dewey up. I was like, bro, what's up? I'm down. So now you're the cover of 180 Life Culture magazine for September. People hitting me up, man, who is dude? What dude got going on? You know what I'm saying? All the way in Detroit, bro, how does it feel? What's been the, because I get all the tags on Facebook and I'll be like, man, they going crazy. Okay, I appreciate it. So how do you feel about everything, man?
Oh man, I was super excited. It was the timing was like perfect. It just the thing is I had no idea 9 months ago that these things would be happening.
Right.
I didn't plan for it really. I just got activated, and I just took. I say a lot of times I took my average talent and my ultimate work ethic, and then put it together and just seen what happened. Okay. I'm a big believer in. When I hear about the word saying faith without works is dead.
Hey,
I'm a big believer.
Okay, I don't know what happened, y'all.
Go ahead. The works part was important to me. I had to put the work in because I believed that a lot of the things that I was taught and shown to do that I can actually do. But I had to have the confidence that go ahead and keep sustaining that belief as well as put it in the work. And man, to be on the front cover of the magazine, man, it was an honor. It really was an honor, and I appreciate it. I never thought I'd be on the front cover of the magazine. I didn't think I'd be in a book. I didn't think I'd be writing scripts, directing, shooting movies. I didn't think I'd be doing any of this.
So speak to those people that are thinking about going after their dreams, because I like how you said faith without works is dead. When I started if you would have told me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, no, we're going to say 5 years ago. If you would have told me 5 years ago, my life would be where I'm at right this moment, I probably would have slapped you. You know what I'm saying? I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind hitting them one time. But just to see God open up doors and change my mindset, and I talk to a lot of people and I let them know sometimes it starts with you. Yes. You got to change your mindset. So speak to that person that's really they're thinking about, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this, that, and third, but I don't know if I got the resources. A lot of people are scared that they don't have the resources or it's going to fall apart. You went during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Resources were a little limited. You know what I'm saying? What would you say to that person?
I'm a big believer in use what you got till you get to where you want to be. Okay. It's gonna always like I did a show about your dreams are gonna demand more from you. Right. And I was speaking specifically about people thinking that all that they have is all that they're going to have, or all the advice and the information they have is all that they need, all that they know. There's more information out there. You have to tap into it. So no matter what you're thinking of or wanting to do, it's within Google and YouTube. I guarantee you it is. So somebody else probably went through it. And so, for instance, the way you may want to go through it, I actually had somebody, shout out to Music Heads, I had somebody reach out to me down there in Atlanta. I reached out to him down there in Atlanta, and he was willing to have the conversation with me to tell me, hey, what you have currently, just use this around it. Wow. And he helped me with that. And then also I started looking at different people and what they were using, and they couldn't believe that I would take a camera and my phone. Right. Whatever best footage I can get from the show, I would use that. And all I did was take the lens I ordered and put it on my phone, added a bunch of lighting, and I had a show. Right. Nobody knew I was doing that. I couldn't believe it, but I just used what I had. That was it until I graduated to be able to get a camera that was better, or you know what I mean? And then I also had the problem with the battery dying out, but I just kept dueling it out until something that could happen. So for those of you out there that have a little something or next to nothing, just keep developing until you get to that point. Just keep envisioning it. Before I even had a camera on, I was doing this show. I was just practicing. Wow. That's all I was doing. So,
and practice make perfect. People don't understand that. A lot of people look at me. I did trial and error. I wasn't blessed to have a bunch of people teach me what to do, how to do it, how to say it. But then people start flocking to me. Hey, look, man, you got to look like this. You got to do it this way. Hey, stop doing that. Stop fussing on Facebook. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. Stop saying this. Do it this way. And then you got to listen to those that are before you. It's crazy that you say that, because I was talking with my wife and I was telling her that it's crazy how this day and age, social media can teach you practically to be anything. You know what I'm saying? You can get on YouTube. And when we were younger, not saying me and you are old, but when we were younger, we didn't have that resource. You really had to connect with somebody that either knew what they was doing, or you had to go to school. You know what I'm saying? You had to go get a trade. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't just get on a computer and type in something and learn how to do something in 15 minutes and then be certified. You didn't have that option. So, okay, so now you wrote a book. Let's talk about the book, man, because we're going to go into details about the articles that you wrote with us, but let's talk about the book. Name of the book is?
Men Heal Too.
Oh.
Men Heal Too. Absolutely.
Just the title. Okay, you got to give us some synopsis, because the title just got me. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going?
So, Men Heal Too. I want to give a shout out especially to Latrina and Brianna. They were the visionary authors behind this book.
Okay.
And they actually gave us an opportunity to talk about the healing process for men.
Wow.
Mental health is a big subject right now. Wow. But I think that a lot of people were not acknowledging the fact that it's scary for a man to be vulnerable, because when you're vulnerable, you look weak to a lot of people. Okay. You also look like you're making excuses for yourself when you talk about the things that affected you in your life. Wow. And it had a negative impact on you. Wow. And some people are like, oh, well, just, everybody goes through things. Life happens to everybody. We all have losses. We all have things that happen to us. But to actually talk about those things and process how they happened and how you can actually elevate from that place. Wow. And how you can start the healing process and actually have a better effect in your life for people maybe watching you. I didn't think about the fact that at one point in my life, how I watched other people, somebody's watching me like that. Yeah. And if I keep garnering those old feelings, those old negative things about myself, if I keep holding on to those things and let them keep affecting me in my life, I'm going to continue to hurt myself as well as others, and more importantly, people that I really care about. Right. So I had to make sure that those things that affected me negatively in my childhood and a lot in my adulthood, I had to make sure I started the healing process to have a better impact going forward. Wow. As well as these other gentlemen.
Wow. So where can we get the book on? It's called Men Heal Too, everybody. Yes. Where can we get the book at?
It is available on Amazon now and all book outlets. It is available digitally and physical copies. I believe they're working on an audio version of it as we speak.
Listen, y'all, if you got any questions, type your questions in the box in the chat. As you all know, I spoke about it a couple of days ago. I got to do a little bit of announcements. Spoke about it a couple of days ago. 180 Life, the 180 Life page is now monetized. The 180 Show page, we are now monetized. Yeah. So we need you to shoot those stars. Yeah. Let people know, hey, look, I rock with 180 Life. If you love us, let us know. Go on to 180 Life. If you're watching the replay, type in #replay. Shoot them stars. I got a gift for the person that give us the most stars, give us the most shares. It does give me an alert of everything you do. If you're watching, you're clicking 180 Life, 180 LYFE. All you got to do is click it on Facebook. We are monetized. Shoot them stars if you're enjoying this show, because this segment is deep. So, Men Heal Too. That need to be a conference, man. I see a conference, Texas, Detroit. Let's team up, make something.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So you wrote about that. I gotta get a copy of the book. I'm gonna order that once I get off. You already know I got your number, so I'm gonna order it once I get off. Let's get into the magazine, man. So the book dropped in 1 week, magazine dropped another week. I know all the authors is like, man, what is Dewey over there doing? Dewey doing his thing. Yeah. We have 15 minutes, so we got to take a quick break. Listen, what I need you to do, I need you to go ahead and pick up the 180 Culture magazine. I need you to go through and let's send a shout out to somebody that's up in there. Got to pay a couple bills, y'all. So we got to definitely shout out S&S Extravaganza and Day Have Services. You know we got to shout out the Bo Baby from Houston, Texas. If you're looking for an entertainer, you already know Bo gonna come through and let you know to mind your business. Bro, if you go through the magazine, who did you see who you see in the magazine. You gotta get your magazine now, brother. You gotta get your magazine, dude. Who you see in the magazine that we gotta shout out? I'm gonna let you pick somebody. We gotta shout them out. We gotta shout them out.
I say, I'm gonna go back in the beginning.
Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna let him pick one. Y'all know I get to talking. I get to going. Markeith. Big shout out to Markeith. Markeith is a musical artist. He sings. He's from Waco, Texas. Definitely Markeith. I see Markeith. Okay, Markeith, get the big shout out. I got to give a big shout out to Saria's Beauty and More out of Austin, Texas. I think she's doing microblading, dreads, and all of that. I got to give a big shout out to The Final Hours of a Dead Church, written and directed by Brandy and Perry. It's coming in January 2023 down here. And if you look deep up in there, your boy right there, bro. Your boy,
yes, sir.
It look like your boy casted up in there.
Enterprise, yeah.
One time for the one time. Yeah. Who else did you shout out, bro? Who else?
Unapologetically Black. My podcast family. Shut up.
Hey, shout out, Unapologetically Black. Yeah. That's all. They doing big things this month. They're talking about financial literacy. They're letting us know, hey, look, this is a big thing about financial literacy. I'm gonna shout one more person out. I gotta give a big shout out to Lisa Clay and BK Boutique by Lisa. Listen, this is Lisa Clay Boutique. You got to go through and read her thing. You know, we can't go through what she's talking about, but y'all definitely go through and read what she got going on. IG and Facebook her at BK Boutique by Lisa. She'll tell you what she's talking about. So, bro, once you open in the center, we got the cigar room. We got the Cigar Room Show, Dewey Fisher. You know what I'm saying? Culture to you is the pride and sacrifice. Yes. Let us know, bro. What's culture to you, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Pride about the sacrifice, pride of the culture you're a part of. You know, the pride of everybody that had a hand in you growing, a hand in you being better. You know, the people you can learn from in your history.
Right.
You know, making sure that you understand you could be proud of your history. Be proud of the people that came before you and paid those dues.
Right.
And, you know, I feel like that's a big part of our culture, being proud of where we come from, being proud of the people that made things happen. When you find out like different things that were created by the culture you from, different people that are moving and doing things, like all the people that's a part of this magazine, you know, and like Riri, the model that's in there, like, speaking about that confidence. I love to see women, especially our Black women, just being confident. And, you know, the sacrifices that people made for us to be where we are, you just can't forget that. You always must acknowledge that.
Man. You done said some nuggets right now that just been really sticking with. Faith without works is dead, y'all. You got to put that work in. You got to be confident in what you're doing. You got to know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You got to definitely go through and know what you're talking about. So in this culture magazine, a question was raised, and I want to know your part of it. It says, would you take $50,000 right now or flip a coin for $50 million? What are you going to do?
You said 50,000 right now or flip a coin for 50 million.
Either I'll give you 50,000 right now, or we can flip a coin. If you get it right, you get 50 million. If you get it wrong, you get nothing.
Oh man. Oh, go ahead and give me the 50.
Which one? 50 million, 50,000?
Give me the 50,000.
Okay, why you say that?
The reason because I believe that, you know, I'm taking a risk off a coin versus my own work ethic.
Okay.
I'm always gonna bet on my work ethic over somebody else's chance. Of someone making a chance of my work ethic.
Okay.
Yeah, because the ultimate payoff, I'm believing that I'm going to create enough opportunity with that 50,000 to get 50 million anyway.
Okay, that makes sense.
Build on it, absolutely.
So when you say you can make the 50,000, you can build on that. Because I was just talking at a seminar. I want to say it was 2 weeks ago, and I was telling people you have to know what you need. You have to know what you need. I know how much I need. If I had an investor right now that called my phone right now, hey, listen, we want to invest in the 180life.com. I can tell you how much I need right this second. And I can tell you how long it would take me to get it back to you. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you how I need it, what I need it by. Do you feel like 50,000 is enough to get your show, the Cigar Room Show, and everything that your brand entails to the level that you want it at?
It'll be 50,000 on top of what I have now. That's what it will be. It'll be 50,000 on top of what I have now, and I'll just I'll just use that to create opportunities for others. And with my plans with that, like creating a network for the Cigar Room Show, I would just implement that and then help build a network where I can drive traffic to the actual network by putting other podcasts on, because a lot of people who do podcasts, it's a commitment on their behalf, and it's a commitment that they're not making money from. If I could pay people to actually, who are, maybe they don't have the marketing available to them, they don't have the exposure. Right. I can create that network where I can actually pay them, get a contract with them, help them drive traffic that network, and then we all try to win together collectively, and then be able to create that. And then also from that, some of those, that's the other thing, is creating those stories and those different people, like how me and you discuss things. Those nuggets, those different things, information, I can write a script on it. I create a short film and then eventually invest into a longer length film, and then hopefully start doing some of those things, because I'm actually going to be renting out a theater here. And I'm going to actually be showing my own film at that theater. And I'm just going to keep going. And like I said, take my average talent and my ultimate work ethic and see what happens.
Do you believe in our culture, and it's about to get real, so why can't we work together?
I think one of the biggest reasons why we don't work together is because of our own insecurities that has been instilled in us.
Wow.
I always think to myself that, and I say this to a lot of people. I was talking to my cousin and I said, man, work ethic and confidence always steps on the toes of insecurities.
Right.
People will see you do something, and because it's you, they may feel insecure because they aren't doing it.
Wow.
It'll make them feel like, it's like when you work with somebody and you're the person, you're an employee of the month. Well, a lot of employers, if you've ever been in a leadership position, they'll teach you something called benchmarking. And when people benchmark, they make the other people feel a little bit, because of your supreme work ethic, it makes other people feel inadequate.
Wow.
And when people feel inadequate, the only thing that follows after that is some people feeling maybe they're incompetent. Wow. And it's nothing intentional on your behalf. You're not trying to make them feel inadequate or incompetent. It's just that your work ethic makes them feel insecure. So those other ones start to follow. And so we don't get along because of ego. Ego gets involved, and people just feel like we can't work together and we can't develop something together. Look at what you put together with the culture and with enterprise. Like you're putting all these different people who are moving and doing different things in their respective communities, and you're putting them all together. We may not know each other, but we're all a part of this one entity at this one time.
Yeah.
And if we were you put us all out together, you and your team put us all out together, and we're all collectively contributing to this month's version of it.
Right.
But if you put us all in a room together to work together, how would that come out? I believe that it's a potential of a certain group of people that already just have an understanding. Hey, this is what we have to do to get this point. But some people want to always be the point person.
Right.
It's a lot of egos involved, so certain people don't understand. Hey, this person could be a leader at this.
Right.
This person can be a help at this.
Right.
I had to understand that at one point in time that I used to be scared to be the leader, even though I was the person with the vision.
Right.
Some people just have a respective place in what you're doing, and some people can take the point. And it's hard for a lot of people to understand that. And the thing about it is, a lot of us haven't been taught real leadership qualities, haven't been taught real team ethics, and it's hurting us.
Right.
It's really hurting us.
Wow.
But that's some of the things that I always identify on why a lot of us in our culture can't work together that well.
Wow. Listen, everybody, I got Dewey Fisher, cover of 180 Life Culture magazine. He is the host of the Cigar Room Show. He built his cigar room during the pandemic. Been riding the wave ever since. An author of Men Heal Too.
Yes.
Men Heal Too. So the questions are, because some of the questions aren't popping up. That's why I be always looking at my screens, different screens, guys. They say, how can we get an autographed copy? People want, because you on your way to blow up, bro. I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to just be a part of the journey, and I'm grateful.
An autographed copy of the Culture or Men Heal Too?
Let's say both. How can we?
Okay.
How can people contact?
If they want an autographed copy of Men Heal Too, they can order directly through me the Men Heal 2 book. My cash app is the Cigar Room 85. Money sign the Cigar Room 85. You can cash at me 20 if you're in the Metro Detroit area, $24.99 if you're outside of the Metro Detroit area, and I will mail off a signed copy to you. And also both, if you want to contact me directly, and I will have a signed copy mailed off to you wherever you are. And I can't thank you enough if you do so.
Man, Men Heal Too. Find Mr. Dewey Fisher on Facebook at Dewey Fisher, Dewey Fisher, Fisher. Listen, we got to go back to Men Heal Too, man, because I don't know why that's like sticking in my brain, because a lot of people, even when it came to 180 Life, it was the healing process for me that got me to where I am now. It was everybody saying you should get over it, but nobody understands I was hurt.
Yes.
I was frustrated.
Yes.
I did this because this hurt me at this age. So now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hurt because of this. And as men, you know, that got to protect and provide. And I got to make sure my wife is good. I got to make sure my family is good. I got to make sure the bills are paid. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm an entrepreneur, so I got to keep this afloat. And I own the company. So the people on payroll, I got to make sure they get paid. I got to do this. I got to do that. How do you, and what angle did you come to when it came to Men Heal Too? Because when I say Men Heal Too, it's a lot of forgiveness that had to happen on my end. You know what I'm saying? But when you say Men Heal Too, what angle you come from?
My chapter in the book is called Possible is Only Reserved for Those That Persevere. And I had a strong belief that I could do things, but I didn't know how possible it was for me. When I was a child, I was in foster homes, and I didn't have my parents growing up. I didn't have my mother or my father.
Okay.
And so I grew up. I know in the book I talk about how I was raised by a variety of villages.
Wow.
So I had some years in Jackson, Michigan, Grand Rapids, and Lansing, and Detroit, and back and forth. And Detroit is primarily where I had a lot of my upbringing, a lot of my family at. So that's home for me. And so a lot of people, but I do have a second home in Jackson, Michigan. You know, I got family down there as well, but primarily a home is Detroit for me. And it's not my fault. I just was raised. I had to go different places. I'd be one place, and some of the cities I don't even remember I was in. I was just there, you know, because I was just in one foster home and then in the next, wherever I could be, boys' home, wherever I could be at. And that instability created a lot of discomfort wherever I was. So a place that I was at home, I didn't never feel at home. It felt like I was always about to leave again.
Okay.
And that stuck with me. And it took a long time for me to get to a place where I could heal from that instability. And then also feeling like nobody cares about you, that nobody really wants you. Nobody really loves you enough to be around you and stick and stay and let you grow and let you, cultivate to being a better version of yourself. And it made me frustrated. It made me really angry. So a lot of accountability had to happen on my end where, hey, I was hurting people as well. I wasn't the one always getting hurt. I was also hurting people out of frustration, spite, selfishness, a lot of the feelings that I had growing up. So I had to persevere through some things, survive some things to see what was really possible in my life. You know, I really wanted stability. Well, I had to try to go create stability. I had to go do things about my life that others that weren't doing for me. But I did not want to constantly blame and let my past be my Achilles heel. I know what happened to me. I know the unfortunate things that happened in those foster homes, which I revealed in this book. with some of the most hurtful things. And some people may understand what I mean when I say what happens in this house stays in this house. I don't know who coined that phrase, but what happens in this house stays in this house didn't do anything but protect the monsters that was in the house.
Wow.
And it negated away from helping the people that needed the help. And it was the children, those children. And it was a part where I brought up a point in my life where I watched scary movies. And I like scary movies. And a therapist told me one point in time that maybe I liked this scary movie so much because it was a way I could control my fear.
Wow.
But later on, I realized I really lived vicariously through those children in those stories that beat the monster, like Nightmare on Elm Street. What did Freddy Krueger do? He preyed on kids.
Wow.
What did it do? He preyed on children.
Right.
And I lived vicariously through those moments when they beat those monsters when I was a child. I really rooted for them and because it was monsters in my life. And some people who had those different things happen in their homes, they know exactly what I'm talking about when I speak about vicariously living through people who defeated monsters that preyed on children.
Wow.
And I had to grow and eventually heal from those things that I had happened and that I had to witness happen. And I had to make sure that I gave it up to the Creator for placing people in my life to help me grow and placing those resources like other books that helped me grow, like other people who had a lot of good messages that they were giving out. Wow. You know, a lot of influencers and a lot of creators that gave out good information and made me start to believe in myself.
Yeah.
And so I can't thank them enough. And, you know, like, for instance, like things that you're doing, the people that you're bringing collectively together and these different opportunities you give us through the magazine. I can't thank you enough for you and your team because you're giving all of us an opportunity to collectively help each other and maybe help that 15-year-old who's going to be 19 in 4 years and not sure what to do with their life. And maybe they do stumble across one of your magazines and somebody says something in there that resonates with them to make progressive steps in their own life.
Wow. Man, listen, y'all, that's what it's all about. Like, and that's what the platform's for. That's what the magazines are for. Every movement in my life is for, to help somebody that's been through things. And I tell people when they see that big-headed, big-lipped black boy that look just like me, that don't understand why did this happen or why did that happen? Why did this person have to leave? Why did this person not stick with me? Why did this happen? And then guess what? You see me and you say, hey, look, if he made it, I can too. Yes. That's the whole point of the whole thing. And man, you done said a whole lot. Like, just, and people don't understand is there's so many people in this world that can help. And that's the part that a lot of people miss, is because like right now in my season, there's some days I do want to give up. My team will tell you it's been, the last month of my life has been rocky. It's like, okay, things aren't coming together like I want them to, but you got to keep pushing, because I do have a 7-year-old artist, you know what I'm saying, that's looking up to his Uncle Archie. I do got all these nephews that, you know, nieces that's, oh, that's my Uncle Archie, and my Uncle Archie is doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I do got all these people that are depending on me. Then I got my older crowd that encourage me so much and tell me, hey, you encourage me to do what I'm doing. And it's like, man, I didn't even realize that what I do encourages people. You're all the way in Detroit.
Yes.
You know, you get where I'm coming from. And I'm not trying to be mean to everybody. That's why I tell you your network will depict your net worth. Because, okay, we've never met in person, but because I've come through your feed so many times, people are going to click on, man, who's this Archie character? What is this 180 life? What he got going on? And then when you click on it, you, oh man, oh okay. And then people meet me, and I'm just a regular schmegular guy. I tell people, you don't gotta do all the extra. I promise I'm a regular schmegular guy. But it's just, it come to a point where it's like, hey, get yourself out there and keep going, because people are looking up to you, Dewey. Like, people are really looking at you as the example. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah. You speak about foster care, and there's kids that will eventually talk to you, be like, hey, look, I went through this. Mm-hmm. And then they might not never even speak to you, but they read the book and be like, hey, if he can make it, I can too. You get where I'm coming from? And that's where the realness and the vulnerability comes in when you speak. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep doing what you're doing, man. You got to keep doing. You got to keep doing what you're doing. I see you, man. I see you for real, for real. All right, so let's talk about the article in 180 Life Culture, man. How did you do when you was writing that? I know you was like, man, you had just got married. Congratulations
thank
on
you.
getting married. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing big things. He was like, man, I'm in the middle of my wedding. Dude was texting me the day of the wedding, and I'm trying to find a cake person. I'm trying to help. I said, bro, I got you. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. So first off, congratulations on being married, man. Congratulations on tying the knot. We going on 3 years over here at the 180 house, the Jenkins household. We going on 3 years, man. And I know, you know what I'm saying, story, you know, it gets hard, it gets great, but eventually all the hard work that you put into marriage and commitment is worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like for real, we happy, we loving each other, we keep on going. But you wrote it. I think you was on your way on your honeymoon or something like that. You was still writing, still working. You know what I'm saying? How now that are you learning how to juggle and work or
you know what, man, I'm gonna tell you, if it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be doing it like that because she's so ultra supportive.
Okay.
Like, everything that's going on right now is because of her.
Okay.
Everything that's going on right now is because of her. The way she believes in me, the way she supports me, is because of her. I don't start this show because of her. I don't do any of this because of her. She knew, like, when we going down there, we going to have a good time. And she's like, whatever business you got to tend to, babe, to make sure, because she believing in me, she said, you're going to help secure our future. And I think a lot of women in our culture, I say this a lot, man, for men of our caliber, we don't need much to wind us up. We're toy soldiers. Just wind us up. We'll go. We just need you, our beautiful women, to support us and wind us up. We will go. Men of that caliber, they don't need much. They just need you to support them, believe in them, and they will do the rest.
Listen, women, he giving y'all the tools. All y'all, I need me a good man. I want this. I want this. He giving y'all the tools. And I can agree with you because I'm so grateful for my wife. A lot of things my company wouldn't have gotten to where it's at now if it wasn't for her. For example, and I'm gonna tell a quick story. So we had just got back from California. My wife, her great grandmother had passed. And we had just flew back in. I had just got booked for Black Panther, and I needed to be in Atlanta in 24 hours. They needed me in Atlanta. We had just flew into Texas, got home, all day travel. And she told me, get in the car, we going. I was like, no, don't worry about it. I'll try to catch something later. I'm texting my agent. She texted, everybody's texting. Bro, I got in the car, 24 hours later, I'm sitting on set. I promise. And I tell people, you know what I'm saying? Like, my wife supports me 100%. I travel so much. And I tell people, but I have learned how to juggle. I know, like, a lot of people that do text me, they be like, man, you always got your phone on silent because I'm a family man. At the end of the day, I do have a wife, you know what I'm saying? And I do got things going on. So I got to make sure that I can juggle. And when we are having our time, I don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm clocked out.
Absolutely.
When you clock out from 9 to 5, they ain't hitting you up at home trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely comes with a juggle. So a question that arose was, okay, so you show the Men Heal 2 book. He got the Culture magazine. I'll show the Culture magazine. The Men Heal 2 book is available. They want to know, what is your Cash App? One more time, because they said you said it a little too fast.
Oh, sorry. The money sign, the Cigar Room 85, TheCigarRoom 85, the Cigar Room 85,
and an autographed copy outside of Detroit. I got a couple of Detroit people on my thing, but outside, we in Texas and in Cali.
It's just $24.99, and that'll cover shipping for the book itself. And it'd be $24.99 for anybody outside of the Metro Detroit area, the Cigar Room 85. And I will send you out a signed copy, and I can't thank you enough in advance.
And definitely go follow him on Facebook, everybody. Go hit him up on Facebook. If you see the live, just hit him up on Facebook. Let him know that you enjoyed the show. His name is Dewey Fisher on Facebook. What you see on the screen, DEWE.
And you can contact me directly through either one of my pages. I also have the Cigar Room Show on Facebook. The Cigar Room Show on Instagram, the Cigar Room Show LLC on YouTube.
Hey, and y'all go back and rewatch them shows. Go back
Yeah.
and catch up on what he got going on. He be having some special guests on there. He be doing his thing on the Cigar Room Show. Listen, Men Heal 2 is available on all platforms. Y'all go get the book. Go get the book. Go get the book. We need you guys to hit them stars on Facebook. On Facebook, if you're watching from the 180 Live Show, y'all already know 180 Life. We love y'all. We need y'all. Okay, there we go. See, Mrs. 180 is on it. She already done typed it up. What y'all need to do? How y'all need to do it? Listen, guys. Men Heal 2. That just the title alone. Y'all need to. Y'all know y'all nosy, so y'all might as well order y'all copy. See what it's about. See what's going on. Because truth be told, men gotta heal too. We can't be a good husband if we not healed. We can't be a good boyfriend if we not healed. We can't be a good man in general if we. There's a lot of things that we go through as men that we gotta heal from.
Yes.
And so he spoke about it. If you're late to the show, you know you kind of missed it. Go ahead and go back and hit the replay. If you're watching from the 180 Life Show, 180 Life page, let me tell you, we are monetized. I need you to hit them stars. Them stars will get you a special prize for real, for real. Mr. Dewey Fisher, thank you for coming by. Let us know something else, man. Let us freshly married.
Yes.
180 Life Culture, Men Heal 2. What else is there to come? He a producer, short films. What else is there, man?
I'm actually going to be doing my book celebration at the end of the month.
Okay.
And I'll be showing my short films there. And the short films, I will be releasing the first one on the 22nd of September.
Okay.
I have 5 more coming after that. My goal is to have 4 out by the end of October. And then I will be going into, I believe, at the top of the year of 2023, putting out my first long-length film. Thanks. I will be having a red carpet event. I will be showing it at an actual movie theater. And I am going to try to create as much opportunity as I can. So everybody tap in. I'm actually going to be shooting out to Texas for one of them. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that.
We connected, and, man. I'll be there.
So yeah, I got. Yeah. I'll be shooting out to Texas next month. I will be in Dallas, Texas, the weekend of October 7th. So if you happen to be in the Dallas, Texas area, want to tap in with me and just chop it up, or just connect with me, and hopefully we can make some things happen, and maybe I can help you, or you got some resources available to me. I appreciate it. And you can reach out to me at any one of my platforms at the Cigar Room Show.
Listen, man, we got to do a couple shout outs. You know, we got to pay these bills. And I thank all my wonderful sponsors who sponsor the 180 Life Show and the 180 Show all the way across the board. So we got to give a big shout out to S&S Extravaganza, Day Have, and Respite Service. They are our headquarters for our special needs community. They do events to make sure that the special needs community can feel normal and not forgotten, guys. So guess what? I need you guys to tap in with them on Instagram and Facebook, SNS Extravaganza or SNSextravaganza.com. Y'all already know I got to get a big shout out to my boy, my nephew, the Bo Baby. He is an award-winning artist, 7 years old. He has a hit song called Mind Your Business. Sometimes y'all just need to go hear the song just so you can tell somebody, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if you guys are looking for an entertainer, somebody to come and entertain, he does birthday parties, quinceañeras. He just has a good time. Y'all definitely tap in with me. I can get you, Bo Baby, to your event. Those things in there. Guess what, everybody? I do. If you guys want to be on the 180 Show, you know you can hit up your boy Archie J. Jenkins. We are here. We are live. I got my boy Dewey Fisher in the building. Listen, he done came to 180 Show. He done showed up. He telling us that we got to heal. We got to do our thing. Y'all hit them stars. I thank y'all for y'all support. Y'all already know what it is. Until next time, man. Dewey, you got anything else for the people? You got some more inspirational words. I'm going to be quiet, man. You go ahead and do your thing, man. Go ahead and let us know.
I just appreciate everybody. And once again, I appreciate the other co-collaborators for this co-collaboration book being a part of this. And for those of you out there that have a story that you want to talk about, the Cigar Room Show is not just reserved for business owners. I get that a lot. It is reserved for people also with a great perspective. This show is to give insight to some of the cigar bars and cigar lounges across the country. and just the good game that people give each other, rather it's good perspective experiences that you've had and you can give game away. Or if you'd like to showcase anything on the Cigar Room Show, I am not charging for it. I am trying to just show love to people. And I just want to just say once again how much I appreciate you and your team at 180 Life. Thank y'all again, man, for having me and giving me the opportunity to be on the front cover of September 2022.
Man, the Cigar Room Show, everybody. Y'all got to go see it. Y'all got to go see it. He has spectacular talk. Cigar rooms all across the country. If you do own a cigar room, guys, tap in with my boy Dewey, man. I'm not trying to beg you, but I'm just trying to give you the insight because you already know 180 Life, we on the move. We on the move. We in Detroit right now, but we on the move. So listen, guys, tap in the Cigar Room Show on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube is the Cigar Room Show LLC. So make sure that you tap into those things. If you want to be on the Cigar Room Show or the 180 Show, guys, all y'all got to do is tap in. I can connect you with Dewey. You can connect with Dewey. You can connect with me. We can make this happen. Get your copies of 180 Life Culture, 180 Life Enterprise today. Thank everybody so much for tapping in. Listen, you don't got to go home, but y'all got to get up off this live. Dewey, thank you so much for coming through, man.
Man. Appreciate you,
man. Listen, guys, may God bless you. May God keep you. Remember, I need you to hit that share button, hit that like button. I need you to send this live to 10 people. Get somebody to get them stars. I got a prize for people that send stars. I done said it 3 times. I'm going to let y'all wait till y'all figure it out. I got a prize for somebody that send them stars. Let's see who got the most stars. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be kind. See you next time.